That's right, you see it here. Get your Crypto Lifer gear now today. Get a Champion packable embroidered jacket for $32, Crypto Lifer. Get a beautiful ruled notebook, Crypto Lifer. The keychain is my favorite, $7. Rock it out, Crypto Lifer keychain. The patches, the stickers, they're great. You can't go a day without your lemon water in your Crypto Lifer frosted mug, or your cap on your way blocking that sun, or your hoodie. Represent the world. Let them know you're a Crypto Lifer. Shout out to all the Crypto Lifers out there today. Merch store underneath the video. Also, if you go to the YouTube channel, you're going to see a tab now, a new tab called Store. Just head on over to that store on the YouTube channel and check it out. All right. Right here, if you see the store button, you click on that, and that's going to take you right to the store, Crypto Lifer store. Everything and everything ready to rock. Pretty awesome. So, bang, bang, bang. Check that out today. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Had to help my mom at the last second, right when I was about to start the stream. My mom's like, could you help me open this can? I was like, I got you, Mom. Can't say no to your mom no matter what. So I'm sorry I was a little late, but helping my mom. And you'd probably be like, oh, he's lying. No, that's a true story. Strike me dead. And you see, I quickly put the lemon into the water. Got it going on, baby. Got it going on. Got the gain up a little louder. Might be too loud. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And, you know, it's been a beautiful day. Shout out to everyone who's here. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Let's take a look. I like to talk about the gains. I like the good news first. But, you know, we talked about ERN yesterday. This thing was highly likely to make a move to the upside. And, boy, what happened to ERN? Let's take a look at the gains, baby. And ERN on my radar right there would fill out this channel and pop for 21% gains. Beautiful move for ERN. I was looking at lit entry because I saw a point of control, I saw a falling wedge, and I saw tight moving averages. I saw lack of bearish momentum, falling volume on the RSI told me it was also going to get a bit of a move here. There was some love. There was some love in lit entry. And if we go look at lit right now, lit was just pretty crazy. We also saw this ascending triangle for LBP. And this thing would bang launch block protocol. We've been looking at launch block over and over for the last couple of months. So bang, bang, bang for LBP. I'm not going to claim that hit because that hit I didn't like directly snipe. But I was all over it talking about it. And someone else in my crew, Sean, I believe Sean 00559, 0559, if I remember in my head correctly, he nailed it. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's get into the charts. Let's show you what I'm talking about here because you're like, what does he mean? Well, let's look at lit entry. LIT here on KuCoin. And the idea is it's one thing to flock gains. It's another thing to show you how we got them. That's the point of this. So we're not just going to flock gains. We're going to kind of show you what's going on. But look, this was yesterday in the trading group. What I love about this stuff is, look, lit, LIT, and you search it, right? And you're like, well, no. And right here, lit. And I'm talking about lit right here. Wait, where, like lit, look, lit, clockwork for 9% in the morning, but right here, beginning to watch lit. And this was yesterday at 6:22 p.m. It had all the bells and whistles, all the things that I'm looking for, right? And you can see the point of control, the tight moving averages, as I explained, and then bang, lit. And what I love is watching this replay tool and then press and play and watching this thing get lit. And it would just bang, bang. No stop loss would get hit. They would try right there, but not too shabby. They didn't go any lower than the other positions. This thing would bang. Bang, bang, bang. So lit entry would bang. ERN would bang. That wasn't the only two things that would bang. HORD, I saw in this beautiful flag, was like HORD. Looks like it's likely to make a bit of a banger to the upside. Let's take a look at HORD. What happened to HORD? Bang. Look at that. And now HORD is also in another flag that gave you more that I just put out recently. So I was like, well, HORD might go for more. It did. Another 10.33%. Gave it back. And now it's consolidating. I'm going to show you what I think of that in a second. If you stay tuned towards the end. I'm going to reposition HORD, but I'm not going to do it until the end. And that just might be the next gainer. You never know. Shout out to anyone that jumped into HORD. And then LUNC, who could have forgotten that? I talked about a flag after you break out of a falling wedge, likely to break to the upside. And LUNC was actually the biggest gainer of the day. LUNC surges 52% to make it most profitable crypto of the week. Bang, 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 according to CoinMarketCap Terra Classic. And they're getting burn rates going on Binance. It's happening right now. So it's amazing. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. You people are unbelievably amazing. And you know it. You know it. You know it. You're sexy, you're beautiful, and you're strong. Okay? It's okay. It's okay. But shout out to every one of you. If you want to join the trading group, we got might take up the whole group. Let me position this the right way here. But look, we got some we're working on new graphics. We're beefing it up. We're spicing it up. Lifer Vision Trading Bootcamp. 2-hour course. Jump on in today for $99. But if you want to jump into my trading group, it's only $60. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. Anyway, continuing to move on. Look at the gains that we made. And you might want to learn how we did it. The trading course is the first way to get yourself there. On your way, baby, on your way. So again, we hit ERN, we hit Latentry, we hit HORD, and we hit Luna C for gains, baby, gains. I don't even like the look of this short. It's a little too high for me. We'll talk about that in a second. We're going to break down Bitcoin. I know you're salivating over the weekly. And my parents are here. They don't really get what I do there. They'll probably be like, what is going on? They'll have no idea what I'm doing. Do I do it? That's the question. Do I do the weekly candle close even though my parents are upstairs? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let me bring that down and bring this up. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. Do I do the weekly candle close holler even though my parents are upstairs and have no idea what it is? Now, I want to see how many people actually know that and would answer that. This is like kind of, do I do the weekly candle close holler even though my parents are upstairs and have no idea what it is? That's a funny question. You know what I mean? And shout out to everyone that's answering the tweets. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm getting a lot of awesome data. You guys are telling me stuff. Do you FOMO for my live stream? And if so, what do you do to ease the tension? All right. Faith in you hitting that like button helps me relax. You guys are funny, man. But do you FOMO for the live stream? And if you do, what do you do to ease the tension? All right. I just want to know. You know what I mean? Chocolate cookies or oatmeal raisin, don't play me. All right. Retweet if you can. And let's just see what we got here. Chocolate cookies, oatmeal with raisins and plantains. Oh, that's pretty neat. Oatmeal raisins, of course. Love them both. Chocolate orange Milano. Why? Why, Sam? Why do you put these huge decisions before us? Back to pondering. Even the cookies, everything cookies. We take longs and shorts, the best of both worlds. So take the chocolate chips and the oatmeal raisin. I love that. Born both, baby. Oatmeal raisin. Oh, man, both come so hard to choose. Oatmeal raisin all day. If I had to choose, I think I'll take the oatmeal raisin, but it is a pretty big toss-up. Remember those dudes? I heard it through the grapevine. Did everyone watch that cartoon? Crazy that he put that out. That just brought me way back. That means I'm an old man. Lemon ricotta cookies, not bad. Not bad. Shout out to the amazing responses here. I mean, that was... See, people care more about cookies than Bitcoin, man, you know? Or Bitcoin cookies now. That is something that might get us going. Guys, we're on to something. Team. We about to start selling those. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being awesome, amazing lifers, kicking it with the lifer on the weekly candle. You know, I'll do it because I break limits. I push things. They're not going to understand. It's going to be awkward. But is everybody ready? Is everybody ready? Who's ready for it? Who thinks they can handle it? The awkwardness when my mom comes down and asks me if I'm like about to pass out or something, or like if everything's okay. Because people are gonna be like, what is wrong with this dude? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's meant like I'm mentally, you know, I don't want to say anything, but you know, like people are gonna be like, is there, you know, and maybe I am, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean I'm not doing Bitcoin every day. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm sorry. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 487 people. Can we get the likes at least up to 500 before I do my holler? Like at least? Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Shout out to $3.52 in chat revenue. Shout out to everyone that was here last night. It was an amazing live stream. Shout out to anyone that watched the live stream this morning. We're going to pick up exactly where we left off so you can see where we're going and where we're headed. Shout out to each and every one of you. I see a little bit of a short squeeze coming at 19,150. Everyone is short, but can we get back above the POC? We're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. We're going to look at Bitcoin on the And everybody, let's take a look at Bitcoin. And the weekly candle close. Shout out to everybody here on the weekly candle close. We're going to break down Bitcoin. I couldn't go as hard as I usually go. I just couldn't. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I just can't. I just can't. Not tonight. It was like a subdued. It was subdued. Man's depleted. LOL. Sounds like a hippo. He's like, he doesn't have, look, he had it. I'm also a little below the weather. Someone say above the weather, below the weather, whatever you want to say. Let's take a look at the LUNC on the weekly. That's what we're here for. Nothing else. This is what Sunday night is all about. We do look at altcoins. We do look at other things, and we look for gains. But at the end of the day, it's all about Bitcoin in the weekly candle close. So it opened at $18,807.41. We started the week off absolutely horribly. If you can remember, it wasn't a good week. But we wicked ourselves up. We wicked ourselves all the way up to a high of 20,381. If you remember that crazy day, Fed day was out of control, right? But our low would go to 18,478. Can you believe it? But we would crawl our way back all the way to close at 19,057. And of course, 33 cents. A high. We would go up in the entire week, $248.81. A 1.32% candle for Bitcoin. So we would do nothing. That's basically nothing in a week to go up $250. But we didn't lose, did we? And we tweezer bottomed. And the last time we had a tweezer bottom like this with some wickage, we did get a move to the upside. However, this big wick down does worry me. There's some indecision in the markets. You can see the one thing that I have talked about that I really wanted to happen was the weekly to close above 19,300, 19,292, because this is where these two candles had closed. Let's put a dot on that, right? And so this was my area of contention. This is the spot that I really wanted to be clear that we stayed above, and we didn't do it. This weekly candle closed below it. That's troublesome to me, worrisome. Another thing that we did is that we've never really done before is Bitcoin. The 21-day average never usually breaks below the 200 simple, even on these bearish markets, and we just crushed right through it right there, which is, I don't know. It's a little bothersome, a little worrisome to me. So signs of bearishness first, then we'll go over signs of bullishness, and then we'll break down what we see for Bitcoin. So big time frames. What could be the worst case scenario here? Well, Bitcoin's in this flag, and you could say this is your pole because there's a little bit of a flag here. So you could say here's your pole, and you could say that we're going to break the edge of the pole, and we're just coming back to bearishly retest like this high volume node, and once we show that we can't get above it, we're going to dump to the downside all the way back to about 13,500, right? Which would coincide with that high area here in this wickage where we previously had that awesome high that June. I remember in July. I'll always remember that day. I was sitting in an office. I had a job. I was working for someone at the time. What a different life I lived here than I do here on the scale of Bitcoin. And Bitcoin brought my life into some. It started here with Bitcoin, and what a life it's meant. I really remember my life. It's almost like AD, before and after Christ. It's sorry, and I don't mean to offend anyone, but I mean my life has changed so much. And I don't mean to compare it to God, because God is the Almighty. But the only thing I can't compare, like such a momentous change from one to the other. That's all I'm saying. I don't mean to offend, but it's the before and after Bitcoin, like my life before Bitcoin, and then I jumped into the matrix, and I became the crypto lifer after Bitcoin. Yeah, AB is going to be something that we all say for the rest of our lives. Chris, tell us a story about your life before and after Bitcoin, Chris. Take the spotlight. I'm waiting, Chris. I'm going to read your comments. Break it down, Chris. I want to know. I'll give you a couple minutes, write a little quick thing. A couple sentences here. Your life before and after Bitcoin, Chris. Take it away. Take it away. Blow us away, Chris. I know you got something, I know you have something cooked up, written, already. You just have to bring it right out, and you're going to nail it. We got some news for you. I want to break it down. So Luna surging to make 52%, makes it most profitable crypto of the week. That's pretty cool. And we traded it. We were all over it. Shout out to anyone that jumped on in. I was all over Luna. You can't say I wasn't. Had the fibs pulled. Once the fib broke out, had the flag pulled. Talked about the flag breaking out. And we did get the flag to the upside. Crypto wallet MetaMask has launched a beta portfolio dApp. About time. As announced the wallet and blog post, the new decentralized dApp helps users monitor both their cryptocurrency and non-fungible token portfolios. Finally, like a place where you can actually see your portfolio. D-Bank worked pretty good. There was a place called D-Bank, which worked nicely, and there was a few other portfolio places where you could get a bit of an image, but hopefully this is going to be a real workable thing. The portfolio dApp. Crypto wallet MetaMask introduces new portfolio manager dApp. It's going to look nice and neat like Coinbase or something, the way it should. And I don't mean Coinbase, but it's going to look neat and complete and ready to go. This is something that we should have had a long time ago in decentralized finance. Indian crypto exchange WazirX lays off 40% of its employees. Woof. And told them they would be paid for the next 45 days and then they would be on their way. So WazirX taking a bit of a hit. And you can see now, we're going to find out who the toughest exchange is in the game. All right. And that's some news just to break it down for you, show you what's happening in the space. Shout out to my whole team working on the new ads, new things. I just love it all. All right. This has been an amazing day too. Blessings. Saw my whole family together for the first time in a long time. And it was blessings. Popped your crypto wallet, MetaMask. So happy about it. And Credit Suisse, rumors it's been flying that Credit Suisse is on the verge of collapsing. The giant bank. Company stated recently that things were under control. However, the banks issued similar statements in the past, shortly before going under. Banks have done that, All eyes will be on the bank coming Monday, as confirmed information should be made available on exactly what's happening. Credit Suisse Group is one of the world's largest financial service providers. See, the thing is, Bitcoin was made to be anti-bank, really. And the point of the story is everyone's like, well, Bitcoin's never been through a recession and it looks like the S&P. But at one point, if banks collapse and financial institutions collapse and you see collapse around, right? And people go, bring a lot of fear into the market, which brings me into the Fear and Greed Index, which we look at every single day, the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. But with that being said, as you can see my nose a bit stuffy over here. But that's why you want to just, What? You don't make love to your lemons? What, was that strange? You guys find that weird? I do that every day. What do you? You actually don't want to do that every day. You don't want the teeth. You don't want the teeth touching the exact lemon all the time. Especially if you drink lemon water like me. You want to keep it kind of. Man, I'm like so stuffed up over here. Man, it's tough. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. And I show up every single day, no matter what's going on. When my wife is giving birth, I live streamed in the hospital. I told her I didn't want to, but she said I should. So I did it. So I do it on Christmas. I do it on New Year's. And, I just hold my Labradorite tight. I'm going to put it right here in my pocket, my Labrador, right? And it's going to get me through, no matter what. It's going to get me through the live stream. Look, dude, that's crazy. The second I put this on my chest, my nose opened up. I know you think it's crazy, but it really did. And people have been asking about merch. They want the merch. Bring me the merch, said everybody. And I said, okay. And so all you have to do is go to my YouTube channel and hit the store button. And there's a store waiting for you. Jump on in. It's right through Streamlabs, through my website. It's awesome. And you can get anything you want. The shirts, the hats, the keychains, the embroidery, and of course, the lemon jar mug. Something that you got to have. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you. And we're looking to get a Doing Damage mug out to you too. We're going to get that out to you as soon as we can. Look out for that as well. So I'm excited. So look, do I do the weekly candle close even though my parents are upstairs and I have no idea? They have no idea and have no idea what it is. Sure, why not? Oh yeah, most definitely yes. And have your parents watch it. Hell yeah, only do it with the pigeon. Yes, do it ASMR style, bro. It won't be a Sunday without the holler. Yes, let it go. Of course, you are always the best version of you. Who knows? Maybe this is how you help them understand. Yo, I like this guy, yo. God bless you, man. Bring the pigeon. Yes, no one will truly understand me. Do they respect your financial independence? Of course they do, man. Life or let it rip 333. They have to, by the time, oh, you have to. That's your signature. Yes. Replying. Wow. Wow. I didn't realize we had a lot of personalized lifers here doing this is amazing. You people are unbelievable. Thank you for the love. I greatly appreciate it. They're awesome. Credit Suisse is trending right now. Is it going to tank? And I just went over it. Leading wealth manager with strong investment banking capabilities is also, that's what they're saying, but people saying that it's too big to fail. Credit Suisse and Deutsche Bank are on the verge of collapse. A threat ongoing crisis at Deutsche Bank and Credit Suisse are per limited understanding. show this thread. So is Deutsche Bank about to collapse in Credit Suisse? This is crazy. On September 15th, 2008, Lehman Brothers, a bank considered too big to fail, filed for insolvency. It was the single largest bankruptcy filing in U.S. history. At the time, the bank had $639 billion in assets and $619 billion in debt. Both Credit Suisse and Deutsche Bank are designated as systemically important financial institutions, SIF. They are too big to fail. Remember the times when they labeled Lehman Brothers as too big to fail. Wow. The stocks of Deutsche and Credit Suisse have been slowly bleeding out since 2009 and are both down 90 from the 2009 highs. In the dumps. Not good investments. If you took Bitcoin at the same time, you would have I'm just saying, right? Look at Cult trending in RVL. My man was saying how Cult is bleeding out. Now it's trending tonight, which is interesting. This is an altcoin on KuCoin. We're going to take a look at that. The credit default swaps, CDC and Credit Suisse, are going absolutely vertical and now are approaching the highs of the great financial crisis of 2008. Yikes. Strong market-wide belief that the Credit Suisse is going to fail. So what if Credit Suisse tanks tomorrow morning? I'm just saying, we're getting privy to this information now, so tomorrow morning might be a bloodiest Monday in the markets in the world. We might see a nasty, nasty collapse. We're going to take a look at the charts and see if there's something in the charts that show us what's going to happen in the news, but this is crazy. A CDS is a derivative that allows an investor to offset their credit risk within another investor. To swap the risk of default, the lender buys the CDS from another investor who agrees to reimburse them if the borrower defaults. If the banks can't pay off their debts, i.e. become insolvent and have to sell off their assets, what does the crisis mean in layman's terms? If the prices of these assets fall below a certain level, the other banks too will have to start selling to avoid. The massive deleveraging event will create a domino effect due to mass selling, and this economic crisis will spread from one market region to another, known as contagion. Though there is a good chance that the German government will go all out to save Deutsche Bank because it's the biggest banks in Germany, but the size of the bailout is a matter of concern. See, what's happening is every single time you print money, you devalue currency. So then you have to print more money. And this is what I was teaching people 5, 7, 8, 10 years ago when I was talking about, why when I was getting into gold and silver. And then, you get into Bitcoin. And lo and behold, so I started doing these things based on these financial reasons. To me, if you were basing your debt in a fiat system, you are eventually going to collapse at one point. So eventually they're going to print too much money. The value of anything, even if it's a derivative, an ETF, right, will eventually fall wayside to the real value of anything that was supposed to be real over time. And people are going to find real assets to go into. And you're going to see they're going to go into hot first assets. And eventually gold and silver is just not going to cut it. No one's going to want to hug it around. They're going to come to the same conclusion I did. Once you find gold and silver and you buy it for a couple years, then you find Bitcoin. You get enough gold and silver to say, okay, I got enough in case, because you can only have so much, because you're going to use it for, the idea is you use it when there's something horrible. So if there's something horrible, you need millions of dollars of it? No. So if it's an investment and you think the world's okay, then fine, you can get millions. But if you just think something horrible, then you need like 10,000, 20,000, 50,000 if you're really creeped out, right? And at the end of the day, that's it. At that point, you need another on-risk asset, risk-off asset, and that's Bitcoin, right? Something that risk-on, something you can take risk when the market doesn't look good, right? So people need to understand the macro top and bottoms are not formed in a day. They take time. Everyone is like, the SPX will rally soon. Nifty rally, don't FUD. I'll show you the Deutsche Bank beats expectations to post a straight quarter of profit. When was that? July 27th. Last quarter's results of Deutsche Bank, even quarters before that, have been very good. They even paid dividend to investors. So rightly mentioned, as per your limited understanding. It's too big to save because CB and D are GSIBs. The kitchen sink will be thrown at them to save the entire system. That will likely include bail-ins this time, which will ratify the G20 over a decade. Point of the story is, if they don't crumble, the bailout is going to be so big, it's going to devalue currency yet again. And 2-3 years from now, we're going to be in the same situation. Eventually, we're going to run into the same situation. It's only a matter of time. So I'm just like, I buy my Bitcoin and I keep my mouth shut. I guess I don't give a fuck, but I buy my Bitcoin and, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I talk to my lifers, you know what I mean? I don't go outside to the streets. If people want to do it, they do what they got to do, right? Let's take a look at this 4-hour curving to the upside, looking like Luna is going to burn again inside of this flag to the upside. I would not be surprised if you got the whole length of this pole to the upside, completed the mission, at 54% and continued to the upside. You're above these high volume nodes. Usually you would continue to this area of lack of liquidity. We'll take a look at the 1 hour time frame. It's about to do the same thing. We'll take a look at the 15-minute. Everything looks good for LUNC. I would be highly surprised if this thing doesn't pump, even with the volatility of Bitcoin and what's going on. There's burns coming out here on Binance. I'm seeing some movement. So LUNC would complete this 68% move from the beginning of this flag to the upside, right? And then that was just the stop loss. But I can move this for this smaller move. Would take us to possibly about 35% gains. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. I'm just looking at LUNC. It's something that I've been going over throughout the past few days, and it has been breaking out of the bullish patterns to the upside that are, have a higher probability based on technical analysis. This is just TA. If you learn it, you can then apply it, and if it makes sense to you, you could use it. I teach it every single Tuesday from 3 to 5. Jump on into the class, and if you join my trading group, it's only $60 for the class. Otherwise, it's $99, and you're going to like me. But you know what? If you're hesitant, just keep watching me for the next few weeks. I'm here every single day, so you're going to have a chance to get to know me. You're going to have a chance to find out what I do. You're going to see something happen. You're going to see the gains like we just saw. Bang, 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 and bang, and those were all coming through strong. Like, HORD for gains. You can see the same thing that Luna looks like right now in a bit of a flag. And you can see it's a repetitive process in which I go over and over and over again. All right. Let's break down Bitcoin more in depthly. But something that I also don't like, I want to talk about the total market cap real quick. So we looked at the bigger time frames. I told you my bearish scenario down to 13,500 is very possible. All right. Also a possibility that this is still a bit of a double bottom. And let me show you what I see brewing here for BTC. I find this very interesting, but this, to me, all right, and I'm a divergence trader. I live in die by. Like, if I see it, I'm going for it, and I have this swing to the downside here on the weekly time frame. And when I juxtapose it to the RSI, I have an uptrend. That's bullish divergence, clear as day on the weekly. And yes, I know we're high in the stochastics and all that, but you'd be surprised. What happens with divergence is all the other kind of indicators have to squiggle and wiggle and never be able to go lower because there's just too much pressure. Too many indicators use, like too many of the big boy indicators use divergence. Like the guys with the big money, they're programming algorithms on the divergence for whatever reason, or they're using the divergence and it becomes a footprint of what they're doing, So this is interesting to me. So I gave you, the bear scenario, and I showed you 13.5, and I'm open-minded to anything. And I'm going to be watching levels, and I know exactly what levels to watch on the local time frames. And I'm going to be checking it every 5 to 8 hours with just a sleep in the middle. So I'm going to know when Bitcoin makes a move. I'm going to know the second Bitcoin breaks 18,008, I'm going to put an update to my group, or I'm going to be in bed. And if I'm in bed, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. and go over it again, And so you can ask anyone in my trading group. I don't miss a beat. It doesn't matter. Like today, I don't feel well, but I feel like I'm doing great on the live. So I got the energy of 110 men. Let's keep it moving. Cheers to each and every one of you. Let's do damage every single day. And I knew once I had the energy of the group, 610 people watching on the live, 610 people worldwide. Where is everybody from? Tell me where you're from. I want to know. I want to know. Nice shirt, Sam. Thank you. I wore it a couple times on the live, but it's been like 4 or 5 months since I did it. I don't feel too good, so it's like a cozy shirt. I think it's like LL Bean or, one of those it's a fall camp shirt. You know what I mean? Chris Way, let's just say, before Bitcoin, I didn't feel like I had the purpose that I do now. It brought me out a trading group that changed my life and gave me a goal to work towards every day. It's amazing. It's amazing. Let's see, Chris, my guy, hope you're good. Thoughts on the UK turning back on the money printer, even at 10% inflation? But I hear it's more like 40%. Do you think the Fed could follow suit and go brrr? That's what's going on, man. Eventually, they're gonna. The thing is, though, it's all gonna collapse at one point, and Bitcoin will fly out of it. Wait out till tomorrow night. Be your best. You're like shorting or this Bitcoin time to shine. Gold and silver taking a dip as well. Any asset that is inflated due to the money printer in the past 2 decades will suffer. I agree. Send in your super chats for a deep dive or TA. Support the live stream. Lifer gives his knowledge 7 days a week to build and teach the Lifer fam worldwide. Shout out to CNC Ireland. Calderoncer, king of TA. Original Lifer, king of TA. You're the man, dude. Appreciate you. Row 2 parts above. You're the man, dude. Look, he did it. He did it. I always I don't know. I challenge you because I don't know, man. You remind me of like one of my buddies I grew up with. You know, I would write more, but I have a 200-word limit. Yo, this guy's funny, man. Let's just say that before Bitcoin, I didn't feel like I had the purpose that I do now. It brought me to our trading group that changed my life and gave me a goal to work towards every day. One motivated by amazing people around that were all headed in the same direction. You're the man, dude. That's awesome. Hey, Sam, you ever looking at a new Bitcoin, or is it Bitcoin the most financially pivotal asset you see as of now? I mean, there's always new coins that I'm looking at. They're going to make gains, but as a store of value, something that I'm willing to hang out in after all the ups and downs, it's just Bitcoin. Send in your super chats for deep dives, candle close. Tori sent in a super chat saying to put towards his Tuesday night super chat. That's funny, man. The trading group promised Sam in a single, and I'm not happy, but he still looks good in blue. Sam in a singlet, and I'm not happy. I don't know what he means. You just got to believe, man. Even in this bear market, Lifer gives us hope. He gives us life. We all win in the end. Respect, man. Shout out to PSU. You'd be surprised how fast 2 years are going to go by, too. I keep telling everyone that. You'd be surprised how fast 2 years are going to go by, and your whole life's going to change. So I see this bullish divergence on the weekly, and whenever you see that, it's just, you know, and yes, we're very high on the stochastics RSI, but this could even flip up and then down. And as I showed you before, the last time we were very high on the stochastics RSI was right here on the weekly, and lo and behold, we would go on a tear. Could Bitcoin go on a tear? Anything could happen. You must be open-minded. Could we dump all the way to here, down to this node? Yes. Both things could occur. All right? Both things are on the radar. We're going to watch it level by level, and we're going to take it. You don't have to worry about Bitcoin if you know you're going to track it every 5 hours. Because it moves big, but it doesn't move, you know, and the biggest moves of its life even. You know, you start moving and then takes a couple hours and then the huge move. And like, you'll know it. You'll see it. You'll check it. You'll track it. You'll see it happening. Then I'll be on the small time frames making bear flags, and I'll find out where it's eventually going to end like we always do. We've done it all. I've been through this pump. I've been through this dump here for Bitcoin. I've been through this pump. I've been through this dump. I called this. I called that dump. We've come through all this. The dump here at 59. This bang out. We shorted the whole market down here for days. It was like altcoin season times 10 shorting. All the 3S tokens, Luna, everything. It was amazing. So we've been through it all. Like, if anyone's been in my trading group with me, we've been through this all. We've handled it all. And so we can handle the next drop, the next pop, whatever happens. I know exactly how to apply the science. See, everyone else has TA, but I know how to apply the science at every pivot point here to TA and get us through no matter what. And again, you don't know anything. That's the key, because anything could happen. But that's how we got through this, by being completely open-minded and knowing that anything could happen. And we're going to continue to do the same thing for Bitcoin. All right, let's get into Bitcoin for the here and now. I'll revisit that bigger channel. And I do also want to look at the total market cap in a split second here too. Total on the weekly, right, as I'll show you right now, is struggling and not doing well. And it's, you know, I did show that diamond. See that diamond starting to form there? Bit of a diamond that could break us to the upside. We could be at the edge of the diamond. It is showing some diamond signs. Total could be in a reversal diamond back to the upside here at about $887 billion. Let's take a look here at the daily time frame and the weekly. And I was just going to get rid of everything and just show you that we are struggling to get back above the 200 simple. This will now be the third week opening below the 200 simple moving average. That's just very, very bearish. And as I showed you before, we could dump even further to the downside if this low does not hold, and the weekly does want to take us to the downside. The daily has already popped all the way up and is now pointing down for a bearish tone too as well. And we can't get above this resistance, as you can see. So, you know, likely that we do dump even more. And right now it's not looking that good. Right now, the 4 hour though is the one thing that could kind of pop us up and possibly save grace. But we could even come up here and do a double bottom and then continue to dump. We're going to look at the smaller time frames, but right now, not looking that great on total. That we're below that 200 simple moving average. We're below this point of control. You can see right here, we need to get back above $904 billion to even begin to remain bullish. We stay below this, that's a bear sign that we're going to drop at least to $838 billion. Let's take a look at ES1, which is the S&P Mini Futures, which, as we know, kind of shows us what may happen to Bitcoin for now, and we must heed it. And as you can see, I had this in this beautiful pattern, and it was holding the zone, and it fell out to the downside. And I said if it fell out, it was likely to come down to the bottom of this falling wedge, which is kind of where it is now in conjunction with this area. So, and it's oversold on the 4 hour time frame, and the 15 minutes. So I am expecting a bit of a bounce. We don't have huge divergence there. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Do we have any divergence? Slightly. That's sharp down. That's more flat. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hour, we actually do have the divergence, which is important because I didn't think we were going to see it here. But if we go from here to here and we kind of skip that little low, we do have a swing down and we kind of take this whole area up from here. And you can see we have a bit, right now it's a bit of a swing up. If you even take this whole channel, it's kind of down and this is trending up. There's bullish divergence feelings here. Can we get a bounce? Again, there's the local area we must get above is 36.74. We lost all these areas that are so crucial. And everyone was talking about how important this area was. If we go back here on the weekly chart and you really open it up, that level was huge. And here's our last really like our level right here. And I said if we lost it, we come to 35.89. We came right down to the target here, and now we're about to hit 3,500. We break that. I mean, the S&P could possibly make a huge jump back down to this. You can see where the VRVP is. The next big zone is really right here. That's a 2,800. I mean, not the that's a $2,800 S&P, and that would be a melee for the markets. Almost desperately need to bounce here to the upside out of this basically bullish broadening wedge. These are bullish patterns, this falling broadening wedge, but it looked like we could end up even further lower here. Last leg, I would say, would need to be a bounce here of 32.56. All right. Unbelievable, though, what's happening. S&P about to make new lows for the year since we've been struggling since the dump in December of 2021. Crumbling to the downside. So, and with talks of Credit Suisse Bank tumbling and a lot of fear in the markets, that's going to create that sentiment. That's definitely going to crash the market. So we'll definitely look at our 3S tokens and we'll take a look, but I'm not just going to jump into shorts immediately. We're going to play the market the way the market, whatever the market gives us. Let's jump in to Bitcoin, but that doesn't look too good. I'll be honest. I'm not going to candy coat it. Coinbase investigating problem with payments from U.S. banks this morning. 7 a.m. I wake up to this. Last thing I wanted to see, right? You know, I hold funds in Coinbase and transfer to the bank here and there. Crypto exchange Coinbase Global Inc. is investigating an issue that's preventing companies from processing payments and withdrawals from their U.S. bank accounts. And I haven't heard it's been resolved or not. And if anyone knows any more news on that, we'll take a look at it by tomorrow morning. Hope we can bring us back to brass tacks here. Shout out to the 307 likes. Thank you, dear Lord, for the 307 likes. So blessed that they're there. I'm super appreciative to have that many people hit the like button. May you bless me with more. Amen. Thank you for the 585 people and the 300 likes. You're so blessed, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for the $10.51 in super chats. Thank you, dear Lord, for the blessings which you've given me. Amen. On this beautiful Sunday. And again, moment of silence for everyone in Florida who's going through it. I keep looking at the pictures, and I feel absolutely horrible. May God, everyone trying to recover there, and may God help anyone that did lose a loved one or got hurt or may have been, damaged. There may have been handicapped. Something may have happened to them. Maybe hit, who knows, or their house or whatever they're going through. So may life be better for them and their recovery. Amen. All right, let's keep it going and let's take a look at BTC on Binance. Remember to stay hydrated. Always drink your water. I ran through this cup of water. You could tell I was a thirsty boy. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame, and we're in a symmetrical triangle right off the bat. I'll break it down for you just so you can see what we're about to do. And again, if you want to see me, we're going to Vegas, October 5th through the 8th. If you want to see me, I'm going on stage. No, I'm not. I'm just joking around. But I will be in Vegas, and there could be a kind of an impromptu meetup at maybe, one of the night, a hotel or something like that, or at maybe the Mako bar, if you know the famous Mako bar, something cool, interesting like that. If you're in Vegas or you're thinking of going to Vegas, I'll be there from the 5th to the 8th. Shout out to everybody in the live. So let's take a look at BTC, all right, on the 4-hour time frame, and it's in a bit of a symmetrical triangle, all right? And these break up or down, 50 to 68%, 50-50. They have 50-50 breakdown. And how you find out where they're going to break is you take the length of the base of the triangle here, all right? And then you kind of put them where they're going to break out and give them a swing. And that's why we get to this area here at about 17,000 even if we do break to the down. Oh yeah, I got a lot of, oh yeah, got a lot of that. So stuffiness. So look, see this here is the point of control at 19,095. I kept saying we don't want to lose that. It's super important we don't lose it. Right now we have lost it. And when you lose points of control, it's likely to short it, right? You won't see it. Yeah, there it is. So when you lose points of control, you're likely to short that area. So to me, that's a short, but we're kind of staying in the zone here. And we're very oversold on the 4-hour. 1 hour is also coming down. And look at the 1 hour with bullish divergence. You see it right there? swing up to swing up, this kind of whole thing kind of careers down. So to me, that could be a bottom for a move to the upside. I've also been calling bullishness for a while, I have to be honest. And this consolidation is very bullish to me around 19K. All right, and I'm going to give you a couple of reasons why I believe there's some strength here for the bulls for Bitcoin. You know, the bears had so many reasons to push it to the downside. They got so close to lower lows, and they could never do it. Also, there was a really strong divergence here, and I'm also showing you the divergence on the daily, the 3-day chart. The big time frames have divergence. Yeah, I know the Stokes want to dump on us, and I know not everything's in the perfect place. But as I showed you, you know, anything could happen. So let's take a look at the 15-minute. That's pointing up. We're going sideways, but so far we just rebounded from the low, and I felt like we got back inside the pattern. And so right now, as long as we kind of stay inside this pattern and we hug these zones and we don't lose this node or that node there, if we zoom in here, we don't lose this node or this last node. See, this is my last leg right there. We're okay, you know. And I want to see, but the thing is, I want to see us get back above this 19,090 area. 7-minute is about to call a dump on us. It's getting overbought. And let's take a look at what Bookmap is saying too. Let's see if we can see anything coincide. It's always the 7-minute and Bookmap coincide together. So we do see more liquidity down here. 18,600, 18,500. It's likely we're going to dump to the 18,000. There's no liquidity up here. And usually we go wherever we see that liquidity. I hate to say it. So it's fighting even me, my bias, right? As I'm like, I'm bullish, but I just have to be open-minded. I have to be neither. I have to be neither bullish nor bearish. I have to say, you know what? Who knows? Anything could happen to Bitcoin. So let's take a look right here. What do we see happening for Bitcoin? And again, I'm the most accurate when I keep my mouth shut and just play the charts the way the charts are supposed to be played. So look, that to me, that's a rising wedge. Broke to the downside. Here you're in the same kind of thing. You know, similar scenario here in a bit of a rising wedge that could easily break to the downside. Length of the pole here, about to make a bit of a dump. And I do see liquidity down here at 18,800, 18,005. So it's looking like the 7-minute is about to dump on us. However, is it just a liquidity grab? And then they bring us right back inside the pattern and then begin to pump us up. So I'm looking for a quick short here to the downside. And also it could just end up being a double bottom. And we could hold the zone right here at 18,090, which I've seen before. But look at massive long squeeze just happening, but then got flipped to a short squeeze at 19,065. Look at this. And they're, again, liquidating people every single day. 300,000 liquidations, 35,000 liquidations, 42,000 liquidations, 56,000 liquidations. You don't want to be the one who gets liquidated. You want to actually have some coins under your belt. You actually want to own something. Personally, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do, but I would like to own something. It's not a lot nicer to own something than get liquidated on an exchange. But again, people do whatever makes them happy. A lot of people just might be masochists. They like to get liquidated. So right now, this is saying we're going to take a bit of a dump. I will watch the 7-minute. If the 7-minute can't press us, I mean, I see bullishness on the 1 hour and the 4 hour time frame. So I'm going to trust those time frames until they decide to dump on us and everything is going away. Another thing that I see right now out of the corner of my eye, which is pretty cool, I'm going to get rid of this. All right, just for a second. That's my moving average, just to make it nice and clear, squeaky clean. Get rid of my yellow lines, but you already kind of see what I said, right? A dump to the downside and reversal back up to get the bears going. And this could be also this. Highly likely you got a shoulder, a bit of a head. Do you make a right shoulder and still continue to the upside? Very interesting. So right now I'm going to watch this flag here on the 7-minute time frame in the overbought conditions at 19,084. Likely to head to the downside and hopefully make a bit of a double bottom here and bounce of about 18,092. All right. And that's what we're looking at. If not, it can continue lower to 18,800. That's going to be my line in the sand. We break 18,800. I'd be willing to open up a bit of a short. Shorts don't look too good right now, though. I had a short open, not open, but I was like looking at it. And so I always want to go over and just take a look at BTC short, right? BTC 3S. And we'll take a look at it on like the 1 hour and these time frames. Okay. And you zoom in and you see the same symmetrical triangle, the type. Because look, if you flip it upside down, that's Bitcoin. Because they're a complete opposite. They're Alice in Wonderlands, right? And you could almost say giant complex inverted head and shoulder in a way, right? You see, you have this rejection of the POC you can't get above. And the 1 hour's almost spent right now. And then the 4 hour says, no. Like, that's just not when I open up a long. You know, even if there was a nice pump coming out of this and it happened, it just, it's a little sketchy, right? 15-minute is twirling, telling me there may be a move, and the 7-minute is on that low. So look, you're going to watch the 7-minute with Bitcoin, And when they do decide to drop that hammer, this is going to move. So, but I believe this is just the trade at hand. Quick scalp. I'm not going to make it. I don't like to trade Sunday night into Monday. 5% scalp possibly. That's going to be the squeeze, the long squeeze. They'll rip into this liquidity zone. They'll get what they need. And then I believe they reverse right back to the upside. Anything is possible, but I've seen it happen many times. So this short looks like it may play out if Bitcoin gets the dump to the downside. So I'm just showing you the idea. This dumps, the short pumps. And, you know, right now you could figure out how to make, this is even a tutorial, how to make money when the market goes the wrong way. See what I'm saying? So watch this. Check this out. Hi, my name is Sam Price, professional trader, also known as Crypto Lifer on YouTube. And today, a lot of people don't realize you can make money shorting the market. That's right. Yeah, you can make money when the market goes down. Everyone thinks you have to invest. Yeah, you invest, you make money, and you get in a company, you know, buy the fear, Warren Buffett. But what if you could make money in the fear? What if you could invest into the fear, and as people were selling and freaking out and actually causing prices to dump, you could get paid off of that. And the idea is that's what we do here on this channel. We teach people every aspect of trading, and here's a way right here. Today, Bitcoin looks like it may be dropping to the downside. This is a bearish pattern with a 68% chance of a break to the downside. Now, I have known nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. This may not happen, you know, and don't trade off anything you see on YouTube, and I am not a financial advisor. But what I am looking at here is if this begins to dump, right, and you don't know how to trade bearishly, then you can't take advantage of that move. However, if you go to a 3S token, which is an ETF, an electronically traded fund on KuCoin, and I have a link to KuCoin in the description if you would like. We also have electronically traded funds on MEXC Global, which I have a link to as well. We're also running a promotion on MEXC Global if you would like to get in. And for $500, get an extra $250. If you make up to $2,000 in spot trading, you will be offered the ability to win 2 people out of 100 to get $1,000. So that's something you should also look into in the links below. Check them out. But anyway, this is a short right here. It's Bitcoin 3S token. This token will go up if Bitcoin goes to the downside. A lot of people meet me and they said, I've never heard of this before. I didn't even know they had these. I had no clue. Some of them even trade on KuCoin, but still didn't know that these coins existed. But they do. You can't get liquidated trading these. It is 3S leverage, and it's extremely high risk. I want to tell you right now, it's very, very, very high risk. However, there's a chance that if Bitcoin dumps to the downside, this will pump to the upside. You can then expand this idea to bigger time frames, bigger trades, all sorts of other ideas. But this is how you would take advantage of the market. When the market is going to the downside, this is how you can pull money to the upside in your favor. So I just wanted to break it down for you. My name is the Crypto Lifer, Sam Price. I do a live stream every single day, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. I would love it if you came. I do stuff just like this in the live stream, and I teach. Teaching is my passion. I love to do it. I also have a Discord for $3 a day. It pays for itself. You would absolutely love the information and the education in there. Jump on in. I also go over coins, ideas, and I put up highly profitable setups that I believe, you know, look great based on technical analysis every single day for you to learn from and educate yourself. And then if you like that trading style, you can educate, you can put that on a chart yourself and see to your fancy how that works. So you can learn my system in a way. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications if you want to find more. I'm here every single day on YouTube, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. I'll see you there. All right, who watched the live stream earlier today too? Who here watched the live stream earlier today? I just want to know. Who did it? Yeah, and then the unexpected Fed meeting tomorrow is freaking me out with the credit twists and everything going on. And honestly, that could create movement for Bitcoin in a good way. I'm telling you right now, I bought into Bitcoin because I knew that the economy was on shaky ground. I knew they were printing money. I knew things weren't going well. And, you know, so when I hear this stuff, like, I don't get as scared as everyone else because I'm like, well, this is why I got into Bitcoin in the first place. You know what I mean? So, so it is what it is, you know. 3S looking good, baby. Thanks for going over it. I mean, this could pump to the upside on the 7-minute time frame for a 5.4%, and the smaller tokens may give you even more. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. All right. All right. You know, something about the way everybody's communicating these days. No, I was trying to, Matthew. My name's Matthew McConaughey. Now, when you grab that things and you take that thing in your hand, see, it's the best thing you've ever seen in your life, my man. I'm working on it. I'm going to get it really good. You're going to get, like, a couple weeks from now, you're going to hear me like, whoa, I'm like, now to come into my town, tell me something like that. I got to work on it. But I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. I can do anyone I want. I just got to work on it. It's just like pattern recognition. You got to recognize the pattern of the way somebody speaks. You know, all right. You know, I love about them. I love about them altcoins. And they stay the same. That was so funny, everybody. You know. And look, we got a short squeeze on our hands now, possibly coming out of nowhere with no liquidity, though. They're running away from this huge buy wall, though, at 18,750, 18,800. Trying to pump up the price of Bitcoin. And that's what I'm telling you. Be careful on a Sunday night. It's just out of control. Like, nothing makes sense on Sunday night into Monday morning. It's the most volatile night of the world. It's just craziness. I like Bitcoin just getting above the POC. That 19,090 POC is so important for me. I've been watching it like a hawk for weeks now, and it's just super important that we stay above it. Driving in my Lincoln town car. Now I got a bit of a cold. My name's Matthew McConaughey. Now I gotta see he rolls his S's, the way he talks, the way he speaks. Yes, we are here. 1999. You're funny. 77, my man. Today's been chop. Yeah, but some big gains in the trading group, man. It's been awesome. Just kind of crazy, right? So, thank you for giving me the tools to build and create the life that I want in the future. And for that, I'm forever grateful. Wow, man. So many people have said that to me. May God bless you for saying that to me. Amen. You just, like, made me feel amazing. So, you did something good for somebody else. So, may you pat yourself on the back. You're awesome. I'm a father of 2, and you made me feel good. So you made my kids feel good. It's because I feel good about myself. So God bless you and yours, man. Let's take a look at MELOS Studios. All right. On the 1 minute. Not on the 1 minute. Funny, it looked like it was going to pump on the 1 minute, though. This is interesting, right? Flag it out on the 1 minute. Crazy. This thing will do damage, right? Like, whoa. It just did a lot of damage. Really? Wow, just 28 minutes it just pumped 28% in about 28 minutes. Can it continue on the 1 minute chart? I don't like the 1 minute too much, but I mean, I'll put that on ice, but that's crazy. That looks like there's some gains coming possibly. Who knows? And look at that short to the downside. And I told you I didn't like the way the shorts looked, technically. Like, the 4 hour looks horrible. Like, I would never short that. You know what I mean? I would never open up a short like that. Just doesn't look good to me. I said I've been bullish on Bitcoin for whatever reasons, you know. I even have a 5L long going on MEXC Global right now. I really do. I have a 5X long going right now. It's not huge. It just, look, I put 33. It's at 333, you know. Started making a little commission, so I threw commission in there. MEXC Global 5X long on Bitcoin, you know. And we'll see. Around 5682. I'm already up a little bit here. Look, 5733. Look at the 33 every time I touch anything. You got to remember, it's creepy. It follows me around. I touch a button, I'm like, it's going to be the 33. And there it is. You saw it. You saw it with your own eyes, and you'll see it all the time, you know. And I have a link to MEXC Global. If you want to use it, it's awesome. It really helps me out because it's great because, you know, it's my new campaign that I'm running, and I love it. They're also good to me. I like the people over there, and they've been fun to work with. So, and check it out. This is the campaign, and I'm not good at chilling because I really just like teaching my class, but 11 days left. If you deposit $500, you immediately get a $25 airdrop to MEXC Global. Immediately, right? They give you $25. So you make 5% immediately. And then if you trade up to $2,000 in spot, and I'm not even pushing futures trading because I'm not like that. I don't do that leverage stuff. And you could trade an ETF, whatever you want. But if you spot trade or futures trade, right, up to $2,000, which is 4 trades really on $500, you get entered to win $1,000. All right? So 2 people of the 100 will win 1,000. So that's an awesome thing. So check it out. I would love to see 2 people. Hey, I won $1,000. Thanks, Crypto Lifer. So hey, I'm trying to use my popularity to help 2 people win $1,000 each if they could. So there you go. Hit the link if you want right here to join MEXC Global through my link. I would greatly appreciate it. And you know what? You get a 10% trading discount that you won't get anywhere else too. So you get a discount on your trading fees that you won't get anywhere else. So you might as well use my link. You know what I mean? So it's like a win-win. And, you know, and you don't have to do all the other things, but it's a win-win regardless. So, and I'm trying to get as many people to do it as we can. Only 11 days left on the campaign. Crypto Lifer here on MEXC Global. And they're hooking me up. Look, I'm on the site, man. MEXC Global, baby. And shout out to MEXC Global. Why MEXC Global? Well, I'll tell you why. Not because I'm shilling, because I like to trade ETFs. And when I looked at the ETFs, I went to the leverage trade ETFs, and I was freaking out. They have index ETFs, right? Then they have leverage trade ETFs. And look, index is awesome. Major crypto index, DeFi index, Coinbase investment index, halving crypto index, Polkadot eco index, where you can buy large sections of crypto. That's a smart idea. Grayscale index, if you just want to buy Grayscale, I think that's an awesome idea. You don't see a lot of that stuff. Look, you have 5x ETFs, 4x ETFs. So you have 2, 3, 4, and 5x ETFs, which is really all you need, in my humble opinion. You know, so I really like the options they have at MEXC Global, and they're going to become one of the biggest exchanges. They were like trending huge. So I love MEXC Global. Other people were telling me why they like to get into it. Bam, bam, bam. All right. So look, the short is falling to the downside for BTC. Yeah, baby. And I wasn't proposing the short. I was just saying that looks likely, right? And again, we still kind of, you could say we're bearishly retesting. Let me clean it up. I'm going to get, actually, you know what I'll do? Because I'll redo the KuCoin chart live in front of y'all. What worries me is how the high of the daily is and it's curving back to the upside. 22 hour, but 22 hours my guy and curved all the way down and didn't give a lot of downside. It's actually a really bullish sign. So right now, you're making a flag on the 22 hour. If that flag completes and breaks up, I mean, that's kind of a Sammy Cup and Handy kind of thing going on here. And that would break us to the upside and break us above this resistance level. I'm telling you, I'm seeing signs of bullishness. And on the 22 hour, I see the strong bullish divergence. Like it carried over on multiple time frames. That tells me that that's my bottom right there. You don't have bullish divergence on the 22 hour. Last time you had it, fine, a little bit there, but we did get a spike up and we didn't, you know, we would come back down and make, but that's a way bigger divergence. And the only time you could even say we had anything close was this one here, which was a divergence, but you really had to go to the daily to kind of really see it for what it was. But it was a divergence. Look, that line is only like this, and the other line's way sharper, and they cross, right? Because like that's pretty much parallel. So anyway, things to think about, right? So when I look at the bigger picture here, all right, I see a bit of a giant double bottom, number one. And I see this kind of falling wedge here that we're still in. That Bitcoin just broke out of one time and broke back in and then broke out of it, and now we're flagging. And, you know, I just talked about this exact idea for Luna C. You know? Luna C, let me show you kind of back to back, side to side to kind of blow your mind a little bit. And I see so much price action that, like, it transcends space and time. And you're going to see so many things that blow your mind. But look, we break out, we form a flag, right? Kind of like this. And so this looks a lot like Bitcoin to me. See? Does anyone else see the resemblance here? Or is it just me? You have the falling wedge, you break out, you make the flag. You have the falling wedge, you break out, you make the flag. This is just a bigger time frame, but, you know, and you're hugging above the POC again. And I keep telling you how important 19,090 is. I was like a little sad when we got below it. We must remain above it. It's so, so, so important that we remain above this POC, everybody. And you're going to hear me say this every single day. We lose this, we're falling down. I'm telling you right now, to about 18,150, 18,000 area. We stay above it, we're ripping up to about 20,281, 20,300. It's the point of control. And it looks like we're staying above it right now. Okay? I already showed you that I'm long on MEXC Global with a 3X, a 5X. What am I long, 5X? What am I long? Let's see. Trade spot, right? Yeah, I'm long Bitcoin 5L right now. You see? All right. So with a sell at 62.33. All right. We're at 5771 right now. Okay. I got it at 5682 or something like that. So we're up, not a lot, but up a little bit. Can the 22-hour form this flag and pump to the upside? Anything could happen. What is the deal? What would stop all this from happening? All right. I really don't feel good, too. I have a headache. I got the sinuses. So whack. I can hear the Mahomes game upstairs with my dad. My dad's watching Mahomes. No, daddy, no. No, I'm just DVR, daddy, DVR. No, but my parents are never here, and it's nice to have my parents home, you know, and to hang out with them. It's just a blessing. You know, it's funny when you get old. It's like, what is it like? You know, as your dad, like, what is it like to have your son's an old man, like your son's 40. You know, it's like. Anyway, the 7-minute is getting a little high, and so what I like about it is the higher it gets, though, the more when it comes back down, it just hopefully just completes, like, you know, it just kind of comes back down here now and just forms this big channel. And we just eventually kind of work our way up. But we could still dump to the downside. Remember, it's still, and that could be a double bottom, but it's getting it further away from that POC, which is interesting. All right. And now you see liquidity starting to form up here, and the short squeeze begin. And we didn't go into this low. We actually formed a wall here. But again, be careful. It is Sunday night into Monday morning. All sorts of ridiculousness. I wouldn't be surprised to go to sleep. It'll go up, come down, up, down. And then with the Fed meeting tomorrow, who knows? All right. But I showed you my big picture bullishness. I showed you where my stop loss is. And this is my trade. Like, I haven't done this in a long time. I usually do this more often, but it's been like just a hectic few months. But this is what I'm looking at right here. Right? Stop loss below 18,000. You know, what is this? Stop loss below $18,304, right? Measured move, we're going for about 21,008, 21,900 area, all right? And that's what I'm looking at out of this symmetrical triangle to the upside. That's the measured move, all right? We stay above this POC, I'm still bullish. We fall below it, I'm closing the trade, and I may get stopped out, and it may not happen. So I'm going for it, right? It is what it is, and we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm a man of destiny, and you learn from your missions. With no missions, you have no learning. You must go on a mission. Every trade is a mission that you go on. I'm willing to go on this mission. All right. So there's my idea for Bitcoin. And every time you do something, you learn something from life. I've learned that. When you stay stagnant, nothing comes. But when you make a move, you get something from the move. So make a move. All right. And I'm not saying you have to do anything. Sometimes making a move is doing nothing. And I'm not a financial advisor. Don't do anything anyone tells you to do. I'm not telling anyone to do anything. I'm just saying, in general, you learn more when you get your hands dirty, when you do something, when you go for it. All right. So don't be shy. Make sure you go for it in life. All right. To me, this looks like a breakout, forming a bit of a flag. Can we stay inside the zone? Nothing has really changed since today. We've been sideways all day long. And we're kind of right back where we began. Lack of bearish momentum on the MACD, suggesting that the 4-hour will pump to the upside. So I've been calling bullishness for Bitcoin. I usually do not trade Sunday night into Monday. However, I opened this trade up like, I think about Friday night. So Saturday night. So it's been open for whatever, long enough. And, you know, I'm willing to see it through. All right. So there it is. It is what it is. So that's Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell. All right. Let me see what the super chats are saying. Let me jump on into the chat. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Parkour, second year. Sam, I'm old fans, 2 years. Yeah, man, shout out to Sarkor, man. I'm going to be looking at historic sites in Philadelphia tomorrow. Ain't got no time for the Fed meetings. That's pretty cool. That's really cool, man. Yo, Philadelphia's a beautiful city. I got to spend a week in it like 7 years ago, and I still remember it was a beautiful city. I had a really good time. I had to work most of the time and take Ubers from like outside of the city to a beat hotel. And it was a nice hotel, but it was a little too outside. P.S. The future of gaming at Crypto Lifer. You're amazing. Your TA, your perfection gives us crypto traders a life for a living because it is the future. And I'm so glad to be here with you forever. Shout out to PS5, future of gaming. You're the best. I call Bitcoin long because of DXY. Sam is the man. Shout out to Anku Kutsi Butsu. Boom. Super chats. Chili's is still with the cup and handle. Yes. Bitcoin on the 5-day. Plot the 200 EMA, 200 MMA, and see where the Bitcoin bounce on March 2020. Thank you. I appreciate that. Shout out to Grace Protocol. Jumping on in. It's been so long, Grace. I love you. Thank you for being here. Let's take a look at the DXY. Let's take a look at the DXY. That's funny, that MEXC. All right, so it went into this falling wedge. We suggested, could we not get a bit of a retest? And so far, we're getting that. And the 1 hour dump, but didn't dump, for me, enough. We actually stayed above the previous resistance zone, and that's not looking that great. The daily also had a move to dump to the downside, and to me, didn't dump enough. I wanted to go back in this pattern and then continue to dump. However, we did get a break to the downside at 112, but it's curving now. Not a good sign. I mean, right now it's getting ready for a move in the morning. However, could Bitcoin pump with the dollar? Usually it doesn't. So for now, we'd have to say no. We'd have to say that the shorts are going to pump somehow. This looks like we're going to wake up in the morning and the dollar index is going to be just on fire. Show me the charts and I show you the news, but they say we're going to have a pump on the 15 and a pump on the 1 hour time frame. So I would be careful. However, we do have resistance now forming at 112.66. We'd have to get back above that to remain bullish. Hopefully Bitcoin hits that. Hopefully the DXY hits that and doesn't get above the zone. I'll be watching that closely tomorrow to see if we get above it. But right now I am seeing signs of a reversal for the DXY, and that does not look good for Bitcoin. So something that we have to look for, all right? Shout out to Gregory the Sniper. Shout out to Robert Cox. Shout out to Zero Allegiance, Sean Aaron, Fidel Escobar, CNC Ireland, and everybody here on the live. Thank you so much for coming on in. I greatly appreciate it. Emery Thompson, Crypto Sensei, Laura Marshall, Patrick Pequila, Motivation, Ankukuti Butu, Emery Thompson, Rustman, my man, Bullish Lifer, I love that. Manny Jones BBQ, shout out to the BBQ. Kevin Baker in the house. Shout out to Kevin. How you doing, Kevin? Shout out to the Butzinator. I don't know what that means, but I guess you like that. Dynamic Crypto, Flux, my baby. Shout out to Sarkor. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I love you all. Shout out to Jeff. Shout out to D Evolution. Shout out to Trevor TVA, Crypto Sensei Cigar. Okay, I want to make sure I get as many people as I can. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right. Be a lot cooler if you did. Be a lot cooler if you did. It would be a lot cooler if you did. All right. Sand. I haven't looked at sand in a wild time also. Looked like it may have made a bit of a move. It did, actually. Look at that. 37% out of the time I was looking like it could make a move. It did. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Time. Sorry, I'm not going to do that. I promise y'all I wouldn't sing anymore. After the last time. After everybody left the last time. Man. Bit of a shoulder head and a shoulder forming. CPOOL has just been out of control. Does it continue is the question. The 4 hour says, you know what? I'm oversold and I'm ready to bump. I'm making a new low. This is interesting. Like, is it going to make this possibly and make a move to the upside? This is interesting. CPOOL. I'd keep it on the radar and watch it. It's just been out of control. To me, I also like to stay away from things, and I don't like to chase after huge pumps. So I keep it cool, but that thing could pump. CPOOL. CPOOL, baby, CPOOL. Do you see it? Do you see the pool? It's right over there. You can grab your towel on the way in. CPOOL. That's what I think about. Like, do you see that pool? No, I don't really, but it would. Man, I'm really under the weather a little bit, which is weird. I'm usually never under the weather, but today I am a little under the weather. Thundercore, huh? Brand new coin on KuCoin. You see it trying to make a double bottom here. Looks just like Bitcoin though. How Bitcoin could be. Just another. I wanted to show you the bigger picture too for BTC. So look, one last thing I want to show you. One last thing. I have to be like your crypto daddy, right? But look, it's in this giant descending triangle, but could play a double bottom. We stay, and that's why this POC to me is so big. We get above this, we're gone all the way to this big liquidity zone, to this next chop center, and we're going. We break it, we're dropping down here to about 9,000. So like we're at a crossroads for Bitcoin, and it's coming soon. And when you see when I talk about a big move coming for Bitcoin, I ain't playing, because we're getting tight in here. And when Bitcoin gets tight, look, it's been consolidating. And when it consolidates like this, a big move is coming. And I'm telling you right now it is. And you can laugh all you want and say it's clickbait, but it's not. The tighter that channel gets. And look, I'll give you a bar. And you'll take from here to here. Right? 15 days. Okay? So I guess like at the most 10 days, in my humble opinion. 11 days, it's going to be so tight in the channel. And it usually breaks out within 70%. We're way past that. So 4 days, 3 days. Anywhere between 36 and 72 hours, in my humble opinion. A big move is coming for Bitcoin. It's going to make a decision because it's going to get tight in the zone. I'm bullish for whatever strange reason, even though the 7 minute wants to dump you, but it is just the 7 minute. And look, we're still getting the short squeeze to the upside. The consolidation on the 19 is what I'm looking at. When I take a look at this fixed volume profile range here from the backside, and I look at this heavy consolidation here at the end of the VRVP. Just like when we pump up here, do we usually continue to pump? No, we usually have to come back down and find our zone again. Came down here, we found a liquidity. It's likely we're going to head back up in here. It wants to play in this 20,000 area. So at least I'm expecting a little bit of a bounce for BTC, and we'll go from there. All right. And the 4-hour time frame does, but I just wanted to show you this is also a big story. We went over so much for Bitcoin today. It's ridiculous. We went over the dollar index. We went over the S&P futures, and we talked about a lot. All right. Are you going to sandwich finance and putting in the new coins every single day, making sure you're not missing? Are you doing all the right things that keep you attentive and doing what you got to do to survive? I hope you are, and not playing games. So look, after this pump, it formed another flag. Could that flag pump to the upside? Maybe it will. You could form another Fibonacci on that and see what it looks like. Flipping there on the 1-hour time frame could continue up. Latentry's hot now, and I put it on the radar. MELOS took a massive dump and never went anywhere. Like Luna bumping on the 1-hour time frame. Roar getting a little bit of a move. Remember Lace? Love Lace, right? Which reminds me of Ada Lovelace. Look at this. We talked about this pumping. It did. It pumped up to 148, came back down, trying to hold a new zone. I believe that's a shoulder head and a shoulder. I'd be careful on quant as the daily's got to be spent after all that fun action. And it is. I'd wait for the daily to reset before I even touch quant again. But we took quant up to 145, had fun all the way from $100. That was when it was time to take quant for games. I'm looking at Pastel, and Pastel likes to make huge moves. We all have seen it before, and it's getting tight in the zone again. Pastel looking very interesting to me. Oversold on the daily time frame, oversold on the 4-hour. Getting very tight in this channel. Look at this. And the last time I saw Pastel get tight like this, it made a move that blew me out of my waters. My water pants. So I believe it could happen again. Look at Pastel, possibly going up to 248% gains. Pastel on the 4-hour time frame, extremely oversold. The daily as well. I would keep this on the radar. PSL, baby. PSL. I saw the market so clearly today, and I don't know why. I saw people saying mixed signals. I couldn't get it, but for some reason, somehow the market just seems so like. Somehow you get, when you stay in the market long enough, I mean, eventually you get days where you just have vision, where things just seem clear. It doesn't happen all the time, trust me. I'm watching Hero 3S. It's just getting tighter and tighter in the zone. I'm just going to continue to remind my folks, my peoples, it's a tight channel. 4-hour oversold, daily oversold. I mean, and watch it dump. Anything could happen at any moment in time. That's the best way to think about life. And just be ready for it at any moment. I could pass away right now. There's no guarantees. I don't really like saying that. It's creepy, right? What if I... No. Sorry. It's not even funny. But the point of the story is, I mean, nothing is given. Nothing. Not tomorrow, not any day. And so you got to just live life in the moment. In the present time. You got right now. Right now I'm live streaming. Right now with each and every one of you. That's what we got together. That's what we have. We got to take advantage of that moment. That's all we got. We can't think of the haters. We can't think of the ups and downs. We can't think of the negative energy. We got to think of the best things, positive, and move forward. Remember, you can, you are, you will, the best. You're the best person in your life. You're your own worst enemy. You're your best friend. Which one do you want to be? I've been both, and you know what? I like being my best friend a lot better. It feels better. It works out better, and things just go more, in your favor. You make a lot of other people happier in your life too. So go ahead. See how it feels. Change the world one step at a time. I'm telling you right now, it's liberating to do what you love with your life and go after it. Be passionate of it. Anakin, back at the 886 retracement. That's usually when you begin to get a bit of a pump. I wouldn't be surprised. I keep watching Anakin. We got a little pump, 10%. Wasn't the bigger pump that I was hoping for, but Anakin is on the radar. They're doing big things. I like the team. They're kind of in the news compared to any other coin. They got some Web3 connections, a phone, some stuff going on. I think you want to take a look at Anakin and research them too. And I'm not saying long-term holds or anything, but do your research. Find out what Anakin does. They're on my radar in this giant cup and handle. Anakin on the radar, all right? Extremely oversold on the daily time frame. That's another reason why they're on the radar in this cup and handy. Anakin, all right? So remember, ENQ on the daily. And I'll be your crypto daddy for $3 a day. It's almost like creepy, you know. But seriously, like, I'll remind you of things like, while you're working, while you're doing all these other things. All I do is crypto, 24/7, 7 days a week. It's in my entire life. It's all I do. It's all it's what I wanted to do, and then God gave me that blessing. So, and look at the short squeezing again, 49,000, 32,000, and 14 on the liquidations. Unbelievable. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for the $14.13 in chat revenue. Thank you to the 488 people, 427 likes. Amazing. Blessings. Parkour. Why do you keep saying parkour? I don't get it. I love parkour, though. I really like watching parkour. It's really fun. Take the signals at the moment and follow the plans. Your dad is upstairs. He's in watch. I'm buying a Ouija board for sure. Bitcoin will break down on the jobs report on Friday. You never know. I don't say stuff like that. I have no idea what happened to Bitcoin. See, I don't make claims, you know, because you don't have to. All you have to do is look at Bitcoin every 5 to 6 hours, and you're going to be okay, and take it level by level. That's all you need to do. Look, they're gonna raise. Look, they got a little of that liquidity. They're trying to build us up now to 19,006, and short squeeze us to the upside again. That's why trading on a Sunday night into Monday is highly volatile. But I looked at the bigger time frames, and I'm going with the divergence. I'm not letting the smaller signals get in my head. I'm going with bigger time divergence on the 22-hour, on the daily, you know, and I'm going from there. And the 4-hour oversold, and, you know, we'll go from there. Anything is possible. Everyone, I'm sick as a dog. I'm going to go out a little earlier than I normally do, and I know you might be like, come on. But I owe it to myself to give my body a rest, so I'm good for the rest of the week. We have a lot to go over. We have a Fed meeting. We have craziness. So I just want everyone to understand, all right, that, yeah, this is the update for the night. So look, if you're watching my channel right now, or, you know, we're going to timestamp this, but the last timestamp is what you really want to know. I'm watching this flag on Bitcoin, hold on the 22-hour. Looks like it's likely to break back to the upside based off the bullish divergence on the 22-hour. Also, once you break out of this falling wedge, which I believe you did because I see this as the tighter channel, and now you're in a bit of a flag. Again, that's an assumption I made that could be wrong based on my TA, but that's my TA, and I'm sticking to it. So we're back above the POC at 19,100. If we break that, this would change everything, and a bearish retest would dump to the downside. And we got our levels to watch, right, by looking at what? The symmetrical triangle that I already have drawn for you on the Binance chart, right? And so remember, we're going to watch this level here on the 1-hour time frame. And look, we bounced off the bottom of the channel with the bullish divergence. So it didn't matter with the 7-minute. It didn't matter that we were super overbought. None of this mattered. Bitcoin just shredded through the shorts right here, and it looked like more short liquidations are coming for Bitcoin at 19,300. I did claim a long, and I've been claiming long since this morning. If you watched my update this morning, who watched my Bitcoin update this morning, where I built this chart and told you that I am going long with a stop loss and everything. Again, you do whatever makes you happy. I showed you my exact trade, which is actually already in profit because we entered down here. It's already in a bit of profit. So shout out to everybody here. Thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. I am really feeling horrible. You probably don't believe it because I felt pretty good throughout the stream, but I'm down and out. You can hear the I'll say it, the mucus forming. And so I think I'm going to give myself a good night's sleep, take a deep breath, and I'm going to sign on out for tonight. But everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. Thank you so much. I'm sorry if I missed a super chat. I feel absolutely horrible. Like my stomach hurts. I think I might just I'm a little lightheaded. And honestly, like I need to lay down. No lie. Thank you.